Brad Lancaster here. This is part 2 of the Blissfully Simple Homestead series that I'm doing on David and Pearl Omick. Huge inspirations of me. This one is going to cover additional strategies of how they turn waste into resources, namely humanure. Okay? They become their own livestock in a sense and are enhancing the fertility of their land with very free, simple strategies that also enable them to live without plumbing and all those associated costs. So, in the US, about 25% of the drinking water consumed by the typical American household is used to flush toilets. I think that's insane because then we take this pristine resource, drinking water, and we immediately turn it into a dangerous waste, sewage, the moment we crap into that drinking water. Well, they've got this great strategy that eliminates all that. And it's very affordable, and they've made it legal statewide. Helped them with that effort. And the system that they've got is pretty much a system I've got. Inspired by them, designed by them. Check it out.
Yeah, I am super inspired by how you make a little bit of water go a long way, and it gets me wondering, what do you do with your own water? And what I mean by that is, where do you go to the bathroom?
Well, water-wise, we have we have a bucket that we use at night, and that I often use during the day for convenience.
Now, this bucket, you're putting everything in there, urine and fecal matter, or just
Oh no,
urine?
just urine.
Okay, so that's the pee bucket for nighttime use, or the bed
That's
pan.
that's right.
Okay.
And then when in the morning, I take this urine, add some water to it.
Why are you adding the water to it?
Diluting it helps make it more accessible for the plants, and it won't harm anything. And then this goes into the basin of the day. So this is the basin where greywater will go today, where the urine will go today.
Awesome. So you're getting multiple waters there. You're getting the gray water, you're getting the urine, and I see you also got the overflow from your roof.
That's right.
Rainwater goes
That's
into
right.
there.
And then I just rinse this out and leave it, let it dry out to prevent odors or anything. And then this can just sit here.
So that liquid gold and all the nitrogen in there is not going to waste.
That is right.
Free fertilizer. Awesome.
And then this is our hand washing area, and of course all that water is going down into this basin.
And the root zone of young mesquite.
That's
awesome.
right.
David, you're also a user of the bucket then?
I use it for peeing in the night.
Yeah.
And that's the only time I use it. During the day, I'll just go to one of our mulch basins. For example, I'll just walk over here and show you. So if I need to pee, it's just a short walk over to the mulch basin of the day, and I pee, and that's that.
Awesome.
Yeah, very simple.
So this is a really good size young blue Palo Verde tree. So yeah, my compliments to you and your nutrient output. It seems to really be enjoying the nutrients you're giving it.
It's done spectacularly.
So I love this whole reciprocal relationship you've got going. So this tree is benefiting you all as it's giving you shade from the afternoon sun. It's also giving you a little bit of screening from the neighbors to the west. But you're giving it your surplus waters, your surplus nutrients, and I also love that it has edible yellow flowers and seed. So not a typical maybe orchard tree that people would think of, but this is a food-bearing tree as well.
Yes, a native food-bearing tree. Yes.
Nice. And so thus superior for the wildlife because they've co-evolved with this plant.
Exactly.
It seems like you've got that whole dilution is the solution thing again.
Mm-hmm. We do, and not only that, by putting both urine and kitchen greywater on the same basin any given day of the week, the two of those are actually very beneficial for microbes that help to break down the mulch, that help to break down the urine and the organic matter in the kitchen wastewater. The urine is high in nitrogen. The kitchen greywater is high in organic matter, which is heavily carbonaceous, and the mix of nitrogen and carbon is really beneficial for the microbes. So they break all that down, and the tree obviously benefits from it.
Oh yeah, that is awesome. All right, so I love how you're managing the urine, but I've got a little tickle in my anus. So I'm wondering where, as Larry David might say, so where do you defecate?
Okay, we have a composting toilet, and it's located back in kind of a private area back here. We have a path,
Okay.
and we can walk out there and take a look at it.
Yeah, let's check that
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So we're not going, I mean, I see the little structure ahead. This is much further away than your urine distribution spots. Just want to ask, do you ever feel like this little walk to the compost toilet is it a burden, or how does it feel to you when you're doing that morning walk?
You know,
Or whatever time of day it is, or night.
You know, it depends so much on your perspective. Our perspective on living here in the desert is that we want to be outside a lot. And this requires us to come outside. I love the morning walk out here. I certainly don't consider it a bird. I consider it a joy to be able to get out, look at the sky, look at the plants, the birds, as I walk out and walk back. No, it's not a burden, and it's a lot of that's about perspective. You know, it wouldn't be hard to look on it as a burden, but it's just not what our priorities are. Our priorities are be out in the natural world, find joy in that. I'll let you answer it as you will, Pearl.
Oh no, it's a beautiful walk. It's a pleasure.
How then does this composting toilet work for the fecal matter? And how do you use it? Like what?
Yeah, well, I'll just go through most of the motions. Wait, maybe, let me
motions,
rephrase.
okay.
I'll go through most of the motions. So we come up here. We've got toilet paper here in this bucket.
Nice.
We've got
Why is it in the bucket?
so it doesn't get wet. primarily.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you've got a weather proof
Yeah.
bucket there. Okay.
Right. This is cover material. It's carbonaceous. It's basically planer shavings. And but we've also used like dry mesquite leaves. They work very well.
You've got plenty around here.
But yes, we do.
Are
So
those planer shavings from your neighbor Eric's wood shop?
sometimes they are. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Local waste into local resources.
you're right. So we come out here. We lift up the toilet seat. This plate here is to help ensure that insects don't get down into the toilet. It rests flat all the way around here, and if we just relied on weather stripping,
I like it. You got a little hanger there.
so yeah, making it as convenient as possible is really important.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll open that up. There is a urine diversion here.
Okay.
And as you can see when I open it, it doesn't stink.
No, and I don't see any freshies in there.
Right. We're careful to cover deposits with organic matter. Periodically, I do what's called, I think the British refer to it as peat knocking. And I take this compost crank. These are made right in Tucson. and I put it down.
And that compost crank is made extra long for these compost toilets.
That's correct. They made a special version just for these toilets, and it works fantastically. We love it. We crank it down and lift it up, and kind of lift and push it to the side. I do this probably twice a week. And then I take a toilet brush and clean it off like this, rotating it, slap it against here a few times, and then I take our squirt bottle and just rinse it off. And I always, after each use, we always rinse the urine drain, and that helps to clean off the inside of the tubing at the bottom that goes into an underground drain, and keeps it from building up mineral deposits on the inside and eventually clogging. We've been using this, probably 10 years now, this particular one, and it's never clogged, not once.
Nice. So using that compost crank,
Yeah.
instead of having an ever-growing stalagmite, from which stuff just rolls away.
Right.
You've now got this nice, almost like carbonaceous, welcoming nest. That's basin-like shape, just ready to hold and embrace your deposit.
And we try to put new eggs in that nest daily.
Nice.
And then, so we put that back in there, this here. It's all quick, low-tech, easy.
Can I just see that seal you've got
Yes.
under the...
We have this in here as an additional insect preventer, but this is really the plate is what really ensures that bugs will not get in there.
Can you show me how, looks like you've got a little vent behind the seat?
Yes.
How are you dealing with insects with that?
Okay. These vents, see if I can get one to turn. They're in there pretty tight, but there is screen on here to prevent insects from getting in. It's aluminum screen on the outside and mosquito netting just underneath that.
Ah, right. And that
So
mosquito
even if-
netting keeps out the real fine gnats
That's correct.
too, right?
That is correct. In addition to preventing insects from getting in, if they ever did, most flying insects are attracted to light. And so we have this insect trap, and this is the only way that any significant light can get down into the compost chamber. And it is simply made from a 1-quart canning jar and the top of a soda bottle. And
2-liter soda bottle.
right, and then held on with a canning lid ring.
Nice.
And it just fits right in there. There's an additional vent here, so there are actually 3 vents so that the microorganisms can breathe, if you will.
Now, does that that little insect trap, it's not in direct sun, it's in indirect light. Is that sufficient?
It is, yeah. The very few times that we have had insects in, we very quickly see them coming up into the jar.
Oh, and can you lift that up one more time? I just, so explain why you've got the little 2-liter water bottle there.
Right, so insects are naturally attracted, most flying insects are naturally attracted to light. So they see the light, they come up through here into the jar, and then they can't get back out again. Maybe a small percentage will, but most of them cannot figure out how to get back through that little opening. And in fact, you see a little insect in there right now.
Yeah.
And
So
it's
hang
gone
out
in.
here,
Yes.
not at the narrow part of the funnel.
Correct.
Nice.
Correct. Yeah.
Sweet.
When we're finished using the toilet, we lift the seat up, we take the squirt bottle, and we moisten all the toilet paper.
Okay.
All the used toilet paper.
Yeah.
And then we give a squirt to rinse out the urine drain. And then we cover it with our cover material, the toilet paper, making sure it does not get into, the cover material does not get into the urine drain.
does not get into the funnel.
The funnel here,
separates
right.
the urine.
Correct.
And why are you separating urine and fecal matter?
Because the volume of urine is a lot more than the the volume of feces, and the barrels would pretty quickly begin to fill up and turn anaerobic. They would very quickly start to smell.
So this is basically a plastic 55-gallon drum, half buried in the ground.
Yes,
So the only opening is to receive the nutrients.
that's correct. There's no holes in the bottom. It's all contained. Part of the reason we came up with this design was to try to meet Arizona Department of Environmental Quality requirements for composting toilets, that the black water, there's no black water that goes from the toilet into the native soil.
Nice.
It's all an entirely self-contained system.
So my understanding is the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality was concerned about potential groundwater contamination with compost toilets, but there's no chance of that with this system because there's no entry point into the groundwater.
Correct.
Awesome. Correct. And what is this? And we'll see the other parts. We'll see how you deal with the deposits once you've filled the chamber in just a moment. But what does one of these toilets cost to make?
A DIY version, let's see, we're currently we just got some black plastic barrels recently. They were $15 a piece. I'm going to say for a setup like this, what would you guess, Pearl? Under 300 total.
Where does the urine go? You showed us the red funnel with the urine diversion. So where does the urine go?
Okay, so each of these 3 barrels has a diversion funnel in it. It exits, the urine line exits the barrel in front, right under, it's connected to the funnel, the urine diversion funnel, comes down here, makes a bend, goes underground, and all 3 of them come into an underground receptacle right under here. And that receptacle is simply a 5-gallon bucket that's been cut in half. And so it's the bottom half of a 5-gallon bucket turned upside down.
So there's no bottom to it.
There's no bottom. That's just on native soil. And the 3 lines come into it. And that's all there is to it.
So you're distributing that urine subsurface, so it's totally safe. Nobody can be in contact with it.
Correct.
And it looks like you're then within the root zones of the mesquite trees, which are going into their winter dormancy here.
Right. Yeah, we have 3 mesquite trees here.
Nice.
And yeah.
Awesome. So you're getting that nutrient cycling within the root zone of the associated vegetation.
Right.
And you're keeping it high in the soil profile.
Yes.
So you're going to get that very readily nutrient uptake by the roots. It's not a really deep discharge.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah. And also, every time we use the toilet, I mentioned that we rinse the urine diversion funnel with some water from the squirt bottle.
Yeah.
That also helps to dilute the urine a bit.
Awesome. And then once that barrel fills up with material, what do you do?
Yeah. So once it's about 3/4 full, we call this the active barrel because it's being actively used and added to day by day. This is an aging barrel. It's about half full. It was 3/4 and now it's composted down quite a bit. The last barrel there is the one it's empty. It's ready for the top, the entire top, including the toilet seat and lid, the vent system. All of that comes off and goes on to this barrel, which is empty right now. And we start over with this one. We will also move the privacy structure so that it's over top this barrel.
So the barrels stay in place, and
Yes.
you just move the platform that's on top of the barrel.
That's right.
And the privacy shade structure.
Yeah.
So this one's got some material in it right now.
Yes,
It's
it does.
aging, yeah. Do you do anything to that material as it's aging? Do you crank it at
Yes,
all?
we crank it periodically, ideally every, say, couple of weeks.
Can you show me that?
Sure.
So that metal lid, that's to keep what, rainwater out or what?
This keeps rainwater out, exactly. And this 1/4-inch hardware cloth keeps rodents out.
Okay.
And the aluminum screen here keeps insects out.
Nice.
So it's sort of a 3-layer system.
Yep, that's great.
Yep.
And it looks like you've got that screen tied down with your your patented invention there.
The same thing.
Nice. Just P cord and a spring.
Yep, black. Anything plastic should be black.
Why?
It will last so much longer than any other color in sunlight if it's plastic.
Okay.
Black is key.
Nice.
So we'll set this aside. We keep this rag in it so that when we're cranking, we don't get unwanted material into the
urine diversion.
urine diversion. Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Okay. And then
So we'll crank this down, lift it up, move it to a different spot. That's really about all there is to it. It's
So
not hard.
you bring in the moisture material to the top drier layer.
Exactly. And we're introducing oxygen, air, into the system.
Awesome. And I seem to recall you had once said with the composting, you want the ideal moisture of a wrung out sponge.
That's about right. Correct.
So by
Correct.
doing this cranking, you're ensuring that it's more uniform moisture
That is correct.
as opposed
Yeah.
to wet on the
Uniform
bottom.
moisture and uniform oxygen throughout the system.
Nice.
So then, when we're done with that,
And how often do you crank it?
we crank it about every couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, you could actually do it once a month, and we found that that's fine as well.
Okay.
We do it a little more often than necessary. So we crank it down and then backwards to clean most of the material off.
Nice. That was a game changer for
And
me. It was so chunky when I pull it out, but then when I do the reverse, it was like, oh, it's so much cleaner.
right. And then we take a long-handled toilet brush. We rotate the crank. I usually hold it right here at the bend, just like that. And then slap it against the edge several times. You want to be sure it all stays within the toilet. And give it a rinse.
Well, and then you get a little more moisture there.
And a little more moisture, right.
Nice.
Right. And then it will go into the crank holster there.
Yeah, I like that there's no way you can touch the dirty parts. I mean, you've
Correct.
cleaned it well, but if you missed anything, there's no way you can come into
Exactly.
contact with that.
Exactly. And same with the toilet brush. It will go right back in its holster as well.
And that's just 3-inch ABS pipe?
4-inch ABS pipe.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
It seems like you want to have the right number of barrels. So when the one that's being used fills up, the barrel that's been aging the longest, its material is fully composted.
Yep.
So that's now done. It can be emptied. Where do you put that compost once it's been fully composted and you've transformed the human waste into a safe, fertile resource?
Right. So we have actually had this compost tested at by the microbiology department of University of Arizona, and it came out as an EPA A1 rating, which means we can use it on food crops, and this is actually the most fun part. Come on, I'll show you. So we've just come back from the composting toilet where I was cranking one of the barrels and demonstrating. So After we use the toilet, we immediately come back here and we wash our hands. So take a bar of soap, get our hands wet.
Oh, you're more thorough than me in washing your hands. That's good. I'm learning through example. All right, so where does the compost material from the compost toilet go?
Come on over, I'll show you.
Okay. Wait a minute. Oh.
Handled in the right way, you can turn defecation into food.
Nice.
You want to be sure to do it right, but we've been doing this for 28 years now. Never been sick. And we get delicious greens throughout the winter.
And
this is
vibrant greens.
vibrant
as you can
greens.
I'll
see.
say. Dang.
Let me show you a little bit of the soil here. Dig down. It is just the most beautiful soil. And this is entirely from the toilet.
And this is entirely from you guys.
That's
and
entirely from
occasional
us.
guests.
That
And
is
occasional
correct.
guests.
Yep.
Oh my God. You must be so proud.
Yep, it's great.
Whoa.
Yep.
So you're growing these greens in 100% composted humanure?
That is correct.
Oh my God, I got jeez. Oh man, that's delicious.
It's about as local as you get.
Well, I'll say.
And-
And it's about as intimate as you can get.
This is true. One of the things we love about it is that instead of taking the linear approach of taking, we'll call it a resource, using it, flushing it, and never seeing it again, this mimics nature in that it's a much more cyclic approach. Nothing is going to waste. There is no waste in nature. I think Wendellberry made that point many years ago, and quite true.
Yeah, so good. You've got the hydrologic cycle, you've got the carbon cycle, you've got the nutrient cycle. So good. I love it. Awesome. So, are we going to eat some salad later?
We definitely are.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. All right. I'm going to be eating something that was passed through you just a few months ago.
Are you into all this stuff? Well, be sure to check out the other parts of this video series. And also, be sure to check out the resources in my show notes and at harvestingrainwater.com, which you can get my Rainwater Harvesting for Drylands Beyond books at deep discount direct from me, along with a lot of cool free resources as well. And for rain-irrigated neighborhood native food forestry, check out neighborhoodforesters.org. Thanks for watching.